Welcome to episode 8 of Cookin' and Bouquet presented by Ball's Life. My name is Sara Jane Gamelli and this is Looch.
What's up, guys?
What's going on? It's been a hot minute.
It's been a minute. I'm glad to finally get back into it. We're in the swing of the playoffs.
Yes.
WNBA started, so life is good. The weather's good. It's you said you're cooking over there. Yeah, it's a little too hot.
I'm literally cooking and booking. It's so hot in here.
It's boiling in here. I'm sweating. All my AC is on. I have 2 fans.
Oh, you have AC? Okay, I see you.
Yeah, see, I got some AC.
I see you. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a warning today, Looch, and I told you this. There's a lot of pollen swirling. And I can't open a window, and there's no AC.
Okay, so you're in a little bit of trouble.
We're cooking.
We're really cooking today. Today's real cook.
So we're back today. We're gonna have a good show. There's a lot going on. So we got NBA today, a little bit of WNBA. We have some NHL. I'm going to keep it fairly short today. There's a lot of topics that we want to pick apart. So let's kind of dive right into it. We have the NBA Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics, Pacers, Dallas Mavericks, and the Timberwolves. Celtics lead the series 2-0. Let's just kind of like break this down. Maybe give me some of your predictions if you put any bets on it.
Yeah. So far that series, I think my predictions was the Celtics in 5. I know that, the Pacers are a good team. I just think that the Celtics are so good. I had them in 5 from the beginning. If the Pacers won that game 1, I feel like they kind of choked it a little bit at the end. If they won game 1, I think it could have went the distance, but how are you going to beat Boston at home? Like they've rarely lost at home. So,
I mean, we did have a couple of losses, one against Cavaliers, one against Miami, but it's comparing apples to oranges at that point.
It's tough. It's to beat them on their home court. It's always been difficult. It's going to be hard to even beat them in a 7-game series. To beat them 4 times already difficult as it is. I think they're going to go to the finals. I have them in 5 so far. Up to nothing, looking good on home. Realistically, if they steal one away from home, I think it's going to be pretty wraps for the first series, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, this is kind of the trajectory we saw. We saw with the Knicks. They were up 2-0 against the Pacers, and then the Pacers. I'm not saying the Celtics are the Knicks.
Yeah.
The Knicks are very hurt.
Yeah.
But, we saw that same kind of trajectory going on. And I originally, hear me out, I originally had Celtics in 6 because, yes, we won the regular season series 3-2. But you have to look at Indiana. For the majority of the playoffs, they've been a different team. They're the top offense in the postseason.
They are great.
You're going to tell me that Rick Carlisle gave up in the last 10 minutes last night?
Okay, what was that? I was stunned. We were watching it. We were just with a couple people, and I was like, is there 10 minutes left and the bench is
They gave
out?
up.
I was.
I mean, granted, Hallie was out.
Yeah, maybe once they saw Hallie was out, they waved the white flag and they said that's enough for today. I don't know. That was in the Eastern Conference Finals. That seems wild. If it was the regular season, I'd be like, okay, but I don't know. 15 points in the NBA. I know might seem like a lot, but you go on do you know how many times the team's going on an 8-0 run, 9-0 run, 7-0 run?
Oh yeah, it's a game of runs. That's the crazy part about basketball.
Yeah, so I was surprised there, but it is what it is. Down 2-0 now. They
I
take care
think
of business at home.
Yeah, and now they go to Indiana, which I believe, I could be wrong. Aren't they undefeated at home in the playoffs?
Yes.
I could be completely wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think I saw it on Twitter. I could confirm that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I mean, if Halliburton is going to be out, okay, everyone's going to say, oh, the Celtics have a greater run. But I would say right now, if you're looking to do a futures bet, I got mine early. I mean, on the Celtics like 6 months ago, but at -200. I mean, that's a little juice. You're not going to get a lot for your value.
Yeah.
Where the Pacers are the least favorite at +8,000.
Wow. To win the East?
No, for the finals. And then for the East.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the odds?
I want to see. I'm curious.
Celtics are favored by -8,000.
Okay.
That's why it's really easy. Yeah. Like you got to get in this stuff like really, really early.
Yeah. That's wild. That's -8. Yeah. So that'll tell you that they think. Actually, that'll probably tell you 2 things. A, Halliburton's probably going to miss some time.
Probably going to miss because it went up dramatically.
Yeah. So probably he's going to miss a game. And secondly, like they just probably not going to lose at home anymore. No. It's just probably not going to happen.
And with the spreads, I just want to make a comment real quick. Obviously, we've seen Boston have some pretty heavy spreads. With Miami, we saw, 13 points, when we saw against Cleveland, we saw some pretty heavy spreads. I mean, they're winning big spreads, 13 and a half, 12 and a half, 10 and a half.
Yeah.
But they did lose a couple of 15 and a half, 11 and a halves against Cleveland. So I'm going to find it interesting for game 2. Celtics are going to be on the road. I think it's a -7 right now in FanDuel.
Okay.
If Halliburton's not out, that's a great grab.
It is a great grab.
That is a great grab.
It is. I agree.
That's going to go up. If he's out, that's going to go up.
Oh, it's going to soar. Yeah, it's going to soar.
But I think the thing with the Celtics is, because I'm a homer. I'm not trying to be a homer.
It's okay. It's allowed. I've lost
it's allowed. I've lost on every. No way. Jason Tatum, I love you, but come on, man, you're selling me in the prop. So I'm on the Jaylen Brown train.
Oh my God, he's on fire.
By the way, dropped the 40 bomb last night.
40 bomb. And I saw his post-game interview where they were talking about all NBA awards, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't care."
Get snubbed.
Yeah, he's like, "I don't care. We're 2 games away from the finals. Like, let's go win this thing." I like the attitude on him.
You really think he did? I feel like he cares.
He 100% cares.
I feel like the way his tone.
Yeah, 100% he cares. They all care because you know how the contract incentives for being all NBA, it hurts, but in the moment you could see in his eyes he's angry, they're gonna
he's locked in.
He's locked in.
He's locked in. I mean, we saw it with the game winner last week. He even said Jason Tatum, this man is locked in, Looch.
Yeah, he would be a good bet to be their finals MVP, actually. Honestly. I know
that's
Tatum,
a great bet.
I know Tatum's getting all the I know Tatum I saw was plus 120 for finals MVP. But I think
plus
Jaylen
500.
Brown,
lock it in.
That's a hell of a bet for Jaylen Brown, who's looked like their best player.
It's not literally bad. Looking like a 1A.
Yeah, he's been incredible. He's definitely been incredible.
Jason Tatum's plus 105 for finals MVP. Luka at 425.
Yeah.
Good value there. Jaylen Brown plus 500. Anthony Edwards plus 600.
Ooh. See, the Luka that one is tough because who's going to make it, but I could see. Yeah, they already have the Celtics in because Tatum's plus 105, so they basically put him in there. But
it's so hard betting when you're such a diehard Celtics fan, but I have to just take that out.
I know.
But anyway, I did originally have Celtics in 6. Yep. I'm gonna take them in 5. Yep. I think they'll steal a game. Indiana at home. Yep. I think if Hallie continues to be out, I think we'll get it in 4.
Yep.
But this team is too much grit. The thing with the Indiana Pacers is anybody can play that 5. There's a lot of mismatches, a lot of cross matches, a lot of who's gonna be on Miles Turner, who's gonna be on Siakam when he gets that midi. Because guess what? Al Horford was getting torched the other day. Luke Cornett was getting torched.
Yeah.
So I think as long as KP is out, I think we're probably going to drop a game. That first game was absolutely horrendous.
Oh yeah.
But if Boston continues to just attack in the paint and get the boards and turn defense into offense and be really, really good in transition and set their own pace, I love that Celtics in 5.
Yeah. Beautiful. What about the Mavs? What do you think, Mavs, Wolves? Where are you there?
Well, you want to show everybody your sign in the background that I didn't notice?
For everybody that's listening, this Mavs in 6 right here, it's cut off a little bit. The Mavs in 6 right there has been there since day 1 of the playoffs. I had it there for Mavs in 6 for the first series. The first series, I said, okay, they won, cool. Then I saw the second series. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it again. I think Mavs in 6, running it back. And then I said, you know what? We're in so deep right now. It's staying there until they make it to the finals. And they won game 1.
I will fight you on this.
Mavs in 6. They won game 1. I was a little nervous game 1. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous game 1.
I mean, it was an awesome game.
I think it's going to be the best series in the conference finals.
Oh, yeah.
It's just close. 2 absolute studs. Luka, Anthony Edwards. These guys are going at it. Never mind. Kyrie is just cooking. The defense of the Timberwolves is fantastic. It's a good series. The game 1 was
no,
so
it really
impressive. Game 2 is tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, Minnesota's favored by 5.5 at home. 207 for the over/under. Minus 215 for the Minnesota money line.
Yeah, I do think they're gonna win tonight. I just think that they made so many mistakes down the stretch that costed them the game. So I think if they just, if that was cleaned up a little bit, I think they would have they would have had game one. But you know what? Credit to the Mavs. It's hard to win on the road, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's hard to win in this league.
It's hard to, yeah, they stole one away from Minnesota. So, yeah, that one, I have them in 6. I mean, I have to at this point.
Mavs in 6?
At this point, even if they play the Celtics, I feel like I have to leave it here. May I believe that in my heart? Maybe not, but what the hell? We're Mavs in 6 until it's over.
I did not have Celtics, Mavericks, and Kyrie Irving in my bingo card. I mean, but listen, the Mavericks are one of those under the radar teams. They went in the middle of the season and they traded for Gafford in Washington. What a difference it's made. You combine that with Derek Lively. I mean, they actually have some defense now.
They do. I know. I saw I saw a couple stats that saying they were top 5 in defensive metrics in the last quarter of the season, which last year it was the opposite. They looked horrendous.
Oh, they were terrible.
Horrendous defensively. They really shorted up. They're looking great.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, Minnesota's good defensively too. It's a great defensive battle. Obviously, the over-unders will tell you the story. The line's a little bit lower, but
I know did the overhit last game? I really don't want to touch 207 because it really could be a night where you got to remember in that first game, Looch, Dallas had 62 points in the paint. But they only shot like 23% from 3. So it's like I don't think they're going to rip beyond the arc. I don't think Minnesota's going to let them do that.
Yeah, the first game went over 213. What's the total tonight?
It's 207. I mean, that seems low to me.
Yeah, it does seem low. It's one of those games. I don't think I would take the under in this either. I just think that there's too many playmakers on both sides of the ball that can get hot at a certain time that can change the game. Like, I don't think anybody would be surprised if Ant had a comeback game today and put up 25, 30 points. I don't think anybody would be surprised if Luka put up 25, 30.
And that can happen because Ant Edwards went 6 for 16 and kind of fell flat. Yeah. But when he gets going, that's going. And that's going to be the X factor.
Yeah, I think first game, he did look a little gassed in the fourth quarter.
He did. They all look gassed, which is crazy because the tempo was just.
Yeah, he looked kind of gassed, but I don't think he'll have a poor shooting performance like that again. Game 2.
Not against the Mavs.
No, I think he'll have to play a little bit better today. I probably am not going to touch the total today. I feel like it's one of those. I feel like it's priced pretty well. They know.
It is priced well. And you got to think like they outscored them in the paint, I think 62-38, but it's like, is Rudy Gobert defensive player of the year? Karl Anthony Towns, are they going to allow that to happen again?
Yeah, I know.
They shut down the 3-point line. I mean, that's why I have Minnesota -5.5 tonight.
Yeah. I like that actually for tonight. I do.
I do like it. And I feel like that's going to change and it hasn't changed yet. And I'm kind of confused why.
Yeah, honestly, I just can't see them losing back-to-back games at home. Allowing that many points in the paint, like you said, again, like I think they're going to shore up a little bit. I think I think they'll win by anywhere between 6 to 10 points. I think is pretty reasonable tonight.
Yeah, and I could see this maybe ending in like 4. If my luck would be like 4.5, honestly, Looch, but
last second free throw or something stupid.
They're both 6-4 against the spread in the last 10. Yeah. You got to look at Minnesota. They covered in a lot of games against Denver, which kudos to them. Did not see that coming.
I didn't either. Kudos to them.
I do want to.
They're a cool story. Honestly, everyone's rooting for them. Like it's. I like it. I like this Western Conference matchup. I feel like a lot of basketball fans are winners in this series because they get to really enjoy great defense and then some superstars too to complement with the great defense. It's a great series. I'm really excited to watch this one, honestly.
Yeah, and my question all along is, can Luka and Kyrie kind of keep up, and their prop lines are going to be like juiced the hell out of the next like couple games. But they've been able to keep up, and they've been getting a lot of help from their role players, and I think that's the thing we have to look at with Dallas. It's not just Luka and Kyrie anymore, and if Gafford's defensive props blocks, I'm sure it's like well over 2 plus, but if you can get it low enough.
Yeah. I remember.
And my guy.
You remember? Yes, I remember. That is your guy. The whole season. And 2 blocks. I remember that. I remember that from like
I wrote that for
ago.
like 8 weeks.
Yeah, it was like 8 weeks in a row. Gafford 2 blocks. He hit every night.
They didn't change the line. That's the thing. Finding value and not.
Yeah, they like forgot about it. He was the same odds, same lines for like 3 weeks straight. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's Gafford time, I guess. That's funny.
Just real quick, I mean, I just want to say, to your point, I don't have the Mavs. I can't do it.
That's fine.
I just
That's
can't.
Okay. It's okay. This will stay on the board though. It can't come off.
Dallas did take advantage of that drop back defense, I will say, with Luka and Kyrie. They're so deadly.
They are.
I mean, they can hit anywhere from the court, whether it's a step back three above the break three, or whether they're coming from a midi. Like, it's going to be hard to have that drop back coverage. And, you know, I don't know. Like, Rudy Gobert's down there. Like, you got a rebound, bro. You got out rebounded 48-40.
He's been getting flamed on Twitter, actually, like pretty bad recently.
Because people underestimate Dallas. They have size.
I know. They
Lively.
Yeah.
Gafford.
Yeah.
Washington. They have size now.
Yeah. He's been getting flamed. I think he'll have a better game today, though. I think he'll have a better game.
Maybe.
I hope. I mean, they better hope, or they're going down 0-2. They better hope they're all locked in tonight.
I'll tell you what, they got to keep Kyle Anderson on Luka. But, I mean, because Luka, he had a great game, but I think he went like 3 for 10. So, you know, Dallas is right up there in defensive ratings, which is crazy.
You can live with a 3 for 10 from Luka. That's a good night. Whoever's defending him, if you say he's gonna go 3 for 10, you're happy. That's what you want.
I'm telling you, Kyle Anderson.
Yeah.
Put him on there.
Yeah, that's what you want.
So anyway, I think this is going to 7. What's the value right now? The value is... So the Mavericks are second favorite to win the entire thing at 360 plus 360. Bad value.
Not bad.
Honestly. And they are favored by minus 165 to win the series. So I am going to take that Minnesota in 7 at plus 140. I'm going to take it right now.
Honestly,
I'm taking it right now.
It's good. It is good value because
it's great value.
That line, especially even with a win tonight, you already know it's going to be about. It's going to be about similar. That line,
and it's going to go back even.
It's going, yeah,
and it's not going to be plus money.
It was like plus 360 and plus 380. They were actually favored before the series.
Yes, they were. Yep.
So they win tonight. You already know it's back to them being favorites. You lock it in now. You kind of predict.
I locked it at plus 140.
That's good. That's actually pretty good value.
Because I know it's going to go back down. They're probably going to win game 2 at home.
I think they're winning tonight.
Then it's going to be like
I might
110.
have the Mavs, but I think they're winning tonight personally.
You have the Mavs?
No. I have the T-Wolves tonight. I like the 5.5 spread. I do. I think they're going to win tonight. I think it's going to go back to Dallas tied.
All right. At least we're on the same page about that.
We're on the same page about that. Maybe different about Mavs, but this is not coming off the board. This is going to be. We're going to be in the middle of the summer, and I'm just going to keep this here. It's a staple.
I love it.
It's a staple.
Love it. Well, moving on. Okay, that's a little bit of NBA. We're going to shift gears to the WNBA.
Yep.
You guys know we talk about a lot of betting, but you know I love WNBA, cover the sport. It's kind of my life. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the WNBA. Got to go to the draft. That was super cool. I don't think we've had a pod since then, have we?
No, I don't think so. How was the
draft? It was really lit.
Like, oh my God. Honestly,
it was amazing.
Yeah, they honestly, that was the second time I've tuned in for a WNBA draft, and it was awesome. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was at like Brooklyn Music Hall. The only thing that I have to say, the media room was like 4 levels upstairs, and it was like 100 degrees.
Oh my God!
So I saw Caitlin Clark's pick.
Right now?
I actually didn't get to really watch it. I was in the media room the whole time.
Damn.
I saw Caitlin Clark, went upstairs, but I got to see a lot of the interviews, and it was really cool to talk about the commissioner. She also talked about sports betting, and you know they want to keep the integrity of the sport, and you know they do expect betting to be on the rise.
Yes.
And this is kind of what I want to lead into before we get into everything else.
Yeah.
So for betting in the WNBA, do you have any thoughts on sports books or what you've been able to find or not find?
Yeah, you should really highlight the not find because
that's crazy.
Last year, DraftKings, I swear they might as well just not offer it because they
might as well not offer it.
No,
exactly.
like seriously, this morning, like I have my picks for today, and I got an offer. It was a WNBA no sweat same game parlay.
What are you gonna sweat? There's nothing there.
There's nothing to sweat. I was like, okay, cool.
I mean, maybe I'm sweating more than the books.
I was looking at, you know, Cameron Brink this morning. I was looking at, and I was like, okay, let me go parlay them. I could parlay the money line, the first half, the first quarter. I said, what the hell is that? Like,
they don't always have player props. Like in the beginning, you got to wait.
yeah. And yeah, so then I went over to FanDuel. They had it, but
FanDuel's been like top tier for WNBA.
they have
like, congrats.
I feel like they're at like an 8 out of 10. If they just bring like alt lines into this, then we're
or
cooking.
like a little bit more combo. They don't have any defensive props. Like I want Cameron Brink to have blocks. The girl's been blocking.
Yeah, she's like 3 a game. I know, like honestly,
It's crazy.
that's true. Steals, blocks, turnovers, nothing doesn't exist. You're lucky if you get one player with PRAs. Like I think PRAs this morning. I just saw Caitlin Clark. I'm like, listen, I know she's a star, but we got a lot of other women on the court. Like we have
a lot of women on the court that, in all due respect, are balling.
They're balling. Yeah, they're
and
balling.
I have respect for Caitlin Clark, and I always will. And yes, she's changed the game to a certain degree, but like you said, there's a lot of women that are hooping right now, and a lot of coin to be made.
I know, and they're I haven't even touched DraftKings or WNBA. I just went straight to FanDuel. They have the rebound props. I'd like to get it to the level of of the NBA where you could do alt, you could do defensive props.
Yes,
you can ladder like 25, 30, 35, 40, like, but yeah,
I mean the data is there. People are betting on it.
Yeah,
but I think for some reason, and I'm not saying to anybody specifically, Looch, this is kind of what I've been passionate about, is I don't understand how some of these sports apps like just will not include the WNBA. Because honestly, Looch, the first night in the first opening week, there were more bets in the NHL.
I know. The
like,
Fever game had like almost 100,000. It was insane. Yeah, you're right. It makes no sense. It doesn't.
But I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. I mean, these women. I mean, basketball's basketball, right? Hooping's hooping.
Basketball's basketball.
Like last time I checked. So put these women like in the spotlight. Like help us, grow the sport. Sports betting can definitely grow this sport in a lot of different
100%.
ways.
It's not like the data's not there. Like
the data's there. It's there.
It's there. You go on Props.cash. You go on ESPN. You're able to track. Like I'll be honest. Yesterday, the center for the Mystics,
Leah Edwards.
No, sorry, not the Mystics.
Allen, Shakira Austin.
Shakira Austin, yeah. So, her, for example, there was all the data in the world, and she was the only one that didn't have. Any lines, nothing. If I wanted to take her for 2 points, nothing. There was 0. So I was like, damn, that like she had a good matchup, and I'm like, okay, I want to exploit the matchup, and it's like, for what? There's nothing. I was like, okay, well, that's a waste. It's a shame.
And I get it for a marketing reason. They have like Caitlin Clark specials, but for the majority, she's actually hit under her line. Because I actually got her the other night at 19.5, and it hit the over. But especially the first 2 games of the season, the New York Liberty and the Connecticut Sun, they're not going to let her torch them.
They're the
2 best teams in the league.
Yeah, they're like insanely good defensive teams. So it's let's hope that
it's
changes.
a money grab. It's a money grab.
Let's hope.
Yeah,
that's all we can.
So we're hoping DraftKings that you would get a little bit more WNBA. It would be great for FanDuel to expand, the fan experience and betting experience, and get us some more combos, the PRAs, the defensive props. I mean, that's absolutely. So anyway, if you have a couple of picks today for the weekend, there's a couple of NBA games today.
Yeah.
I believe there's the Fever, LA Sparks today, New York Liberty, and the Lynx this weekend.
Yeah.
Connecticut Sun and the Chicago Sky, which, by the way, I just want to say congratulations to Teresa Witherspoon on upsetting the Liberty, because I had them at 16.5 foolishly, and I knew that when I hit the spread.
Beautiful. They balled out that game. And the Liberty at home.
Angel Reese balled out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Liberty at home are that's a tough beat. And
that's tough.
Win by 9, that's impressive. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
What props feed me today? Because I'm gonna plug them in.
So I have.
Is this FanDuel or is this?
This is on FanDuel, because
let me get in.
Didn't have this line, so I really like this. Now this is only hit in 1 of 3 games this season.
Okay, it's fine. It's a small sample size.
Sample size, yeah. So I have Cameron Brink over 7.5 points, and hear me out, okay? So first game, she had 11 points, looked good, got into foul trouble early. It is what it is. Her last 2 games, her minutes have gradually increased. So I was looking at props.cash. Her first game, she had 19 minutes. She got into a little bit of foul trouble. Second game versus the Aces, she played 25. kudos to her. She was unbelievable defensively. She's probably already in the top 3 of defensive player of the year. She's
100%.
insane.
I think she had like 5 last game. It was crazy.
Insane. Last game, when I saw on Twitter, coach said she's going to get her more usage. She played 30 minutes. Now, in that 30 minutes, she usually attempts about 6 to 7 field goals a game.
Yeah.
Last game, again, unfortunately, got into foul trouble early, wasn't shooting. It is what it is. She played better on defense. It's fine. Now, they're playing.
It's always about the fouls with her.
Yeah.
She can, if Kurt Miller can kind of try to, help that part of her game, she'll be
fine. Now, tonight they play the Fever. The Fever, they allow a lot of points. They're not great defensively at all. They allow 85 points per game. They allow a lot of points to forwards and centers. And if she attempts her average at about 6 to 7 shots a game, it's actually plus 104, Cameron Brink, for 8 points.
Is it? Hold on, I'm grabbing this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a stretch. She's been playing fantastic, especially defensively.
Wow, I love that. Minus 114.
Yeah, I grabbed that at plus 104 this morning. Yeah.
See, this is why you have to grab it like at 5 in the morning or the night before.
I was up at 4 in the morning and I was like, okay.
But is it worth it now? Is it worth it now?
I would still play it. I'd still play it straight. Yeah, I'd still play it straight. Aaliyah Boston, she's been fine. I don't like how everyone's on her really like, blessed. She's like, give her a break. She had a rough game.
Terrible.
Yeah, she's had a rough couple of games. Just leave her alone. She's fine. But I think Cameron Brink is going to exploit that tonight. I think she's going to get anywhere. She's going to get her shots. If she gets her 6-7 shots, all we need is, 3 baskets, couple free throws, and we got this line. So I have Cameron Brink.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like her volume.
I can't believe I missed that. You know what? Was that not on there last night?
Because I looked. Last night. It was not. Late last night, it was not on it. This morning, it was on DraftKings and on FanDuel, and they removed it from DraftKings. It's gone. I go look now. It's not there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not there. So
I was like, I would have definitely picked that.
Yeah, 7.5 points. It doesn't seem crazy. I think if she plays even 31 to 33 minutes tonight, I love it. Love the spot, especially.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah. So
learning something new every day.
Yeah, play it on FanDuel.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of the Sparks, okay, I'm gonna tail that. I'll still play it at minus 114. I think it has good value there.
Yeah,
if it was 130, 140, I don't think I would have.
Yeah.
But I do like Kia Nurse. Love her with the Sparks. It came over in that trade. And I like her for over 11.5 points. Once again, I could not find this on DraftKings. I got this at a very, very good value at the time. Let's see. I got it at minus 118, and I think that's
fine.
I think that's only going to go up. She's been fantastic. I mean,
incredible.
Let me just say, I love Kurt Miller, the coach of the Sparks. He used to be the coach of the Connecticut Sun, and she's only she's been balling out. I mean, even this goes back to last season. You're talking about hitting this in 5 straight games.
Yeah.
So you see her minutes go up. 32. 30s.
I mean, right now her minutes are up.
Her minutes are going up.
Ooh, yeah.
Her points in the paint have been there. Points in the paint attempts have been there. So you're looking at Indiana. Yes, I feel very bad for them. They are struggling. And that's tough. You're one of the worst teams in the league. You obviously get Caitlin Clark, and you have somebody so great in Aaliyah Boston, and the hate that they're getting is so terrible. But you can't expect this team to be good in a season. A lot of people thought they were going to be a playoff team, and the reality is they're not, and they won't be. And you have to give them grace. But with that said, I'm going to take advantage of player props against them at this time. And I love Kia Nurse over 11.5. I feel like that line should be so much higher than it is.
Do you know what I actually love? And I just saw this right now. In her brother plays on the Edmonton Oilers. They play tomorrow.
He does?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And the funny part is this morning, I was actually looking at his shot lines for tomorrow. What? I think we should do a nurse combo.
Nurse combo.
Nurse combo.
All right.
I think I'm doing it. I think I'm going to do Darnell Nurse on the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that is a small world.
His line is at 1.5 shots. I'm gonna see if we can do this live right now. I want to see if I could lock it in. So hold on, WNBA.
Wow.
Because I was literally looking at it. I said, wow, you know what? a double nurse combo or player points.
Huh.
And of course, it's not on DraftKings. Of course. All right, we're gonna go to FanDuel for a sec. I want to see what the odds of this
It's fine.
are.
That is just so interesting. I mean,
Kia Nurse, let's see, points. She is at 11.5, right?
I feel like that has to change.
Yeah.
Because like she hit it against the Aces. She hit it against the Mystics. Who aren't that great and down low. But like Asia Wilson,
Yeah, I know.
she hit it against the Dream.
It's impressive.
So it's like,
it's impressive.
yeah.
I'm gonna see
Although I
her.
will say Nilissa Smith, I love her. She balled out.
She is balling. Here, NHL. Let's see. Shot. Oh, there. It's right here. Okay.
I did not. That is crazy. The things you learn.
I got it. Okay. Here it is. Here is the nurse combo parlay. I got it. All locked and loaded and ready to go. So Kia Nurse.
Can you send this to me after? I really want to lock this in.
Kia Nurse over 11.5 points.
Yep.
Darnell Nurse, 2 shots on goal.
Yep.
The parlay is plus 219 on FanDuel. The nurse combo, the nurse family is eating this weekend. Book it.
I love that.
Lock it in. I like that.
All right, we have that locked in.
I have that locked in.
Up next, not to shit on the books because I really, really don't want to.
Yeah.
But I had Dearica Hamby, which by the way, kudos to her.
Ooh.
She's back. She's, she had a baby. There was a lot of controversy with her with the Aces, and finally she's healthy and playing a season with the Sparks, and she's really, really showing the special player that she can be. And I loved her PRAs so much. Like over 17.5 PRAs was such a steal, and like no book had it. Like none.
Love it.
I was like, wow, okay. So I chose to take her today for a double-double. I believe I got it at, I think it was a little juice, wasn't it?
I think you were saying minus 170 or something, or 180?
190. It's a little juice, but it's the next best thing to PRAs. I mean, she had 18 rebounds last game. Can we just talk about that?
I think 2 games she had above 15. I saw a stat that she was the first player in the first 3 games of the season, 2 games over 15 boards.
Yep.
You know what they offered on
14 boards,
FanDuel?
9 boards, 18 boards. I mean, 2 out of the 3 games she's hit a double-double.
Crazy.
And she's probably going to hit it tonight.
I agree. I like it.
I wanted the PRAs, but like I said, oh my God, it's just like, I mean, she's playing good minutes too. 36 minutes, 33 minutes. I mean, she's playing up there.
I like it. I really like it.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm going to hit it for a double-double. I think she's going to have no problem getting points. And my question is just rebounds. Like, can Smith and Boston kind of hold her off? That's kind of like the about it. But yeah, I love Dearica Hamby. I love what she's doing. And, she's only getting better with points in the paint. So
yeah,
for sure.
I'm going to lock them in.
What else did I have? I believe I had, these are all straight bets, by the way. None of them are parlayed. I did have Lexi Brown. Also very, very glad to see her back. Was out last year, got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. So she's out and flowing. And let me tell you, Looch, I'm just going to put this all into one. Let me just do this real quick.
Yeah.
So, do they not have it on here anymore?
No.
Hold on.
Please.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
I got it.
Okay. I saw the face. I was just like, ooh, you saw a ghost. Like, no.
Well, so I have Lexi Brown, over 1.5 3-pointers made. She's hit it in the past 2 games. Like I said, Indiana is struggling defensively. They allow opponents to score, hit about 35, 36 from the 3-point line. If not the best defensively among the perimeter. And I think they're last in the league in allowing the most points per game at 90 something. So I really, really love that value for Lexi Brown. She hit it against, I believe, Washington last game. She had like 3-pointers, and she's a baller. People don't realize that. She was out last year, but she's going to get her minutes. She had like 40 minutes last game.
Yep.
And I don't know how many shots she takes per game, field goal attempts. 14.
That's a lot. That's a lot of shots.
14. So, when you have 4, 5, 6 3-point attempts per game, and you're averaging as much as you are, I mean, it's kind of a prop that I have to pick, and I love the value for that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So we're gonna go with that.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think I had one more. Sorry, I'm just gonna be ranting here. Hold on one second.
No. I think you had the Sparks.
Another pick that I had was the Sparks. I do not understand for the life of me why they are underdogs tonight. Let me just pull this up. They're still underdogs, correct?
Let me check right now. Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're at home. I mean, I know Indiana's 0-5. They are 3-2 against the spread. And, Indiana's had some really, really close matchups. You look at the Connecticut games, Seattle Storm, you think of those games. So, yes, there's a possibility of them beating the Sparks. But I like the Sparks this year. They're 1-2, right?
Yeah.
But you got to think about it. I mean, they barely lost to Vegas by like 7 points or
that's
82 to 89.
That's not that bad.
What is the line right now?
Right now it is.
Oh, it's even money now.
Ooh, yeah.
It's even money now.
It's minus 102. That's solid.
Yeah, that's why I grabbed it. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me this morning. So I grabbed it.
Did you grab it on DraftKings or on FanDuel?
Yeah, I grabbed it on DraftKings for plus 120.
Ooh, okay.
Put a unit on it.
Let me see. I'm going to check it out right now. On FanDuel, it's minus 102 currently. Let me see. WNBA. Yeah, plus 102. I'm going to lock it in as we speak. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know both teams are going to struggle a little bit this year, but I think LA has the moving pieces. I really love the pick of Rickea Jackson there and Cameron Brink. If she can get her offensive game going a little bit more, they got a lot of moving pieces. So
I like it.
I mean, a lot.
I like it.
So,
I really like it.
So that's going to be tonight. Tomorrow, the Liberty. What's tomorrow? Liberty and the Lynx. It's going to be an interesting series. There's not a lot that I could pick from this game. So I decided to ride the hot hand, and I'm going with Sabrina Ionescu over 27.5 PRAs.
Beauty. This
girl has been not great from the three, but let me tell you, her tenacity is there. Her ability to hit her floaters, attack inside. There's a different side of Sabrina I have never seen before. This is a girl that's passionate about what she does. Yes, they're going to be on the road, but she's playing good minutes. She has great shot volume. I mean, Sandy Brondello trusts her. Thoughts about that? Are we good with that?
I like it. I really like it. It's true. The volume for her has never been the issue. It's just been this season. It could just be an early season thing. We already saw late last season playoffs. She's going to do her thing.
Yep.
But when I'm looking at like the PRA props, especially, would you be surprised at any point of the season she puts up a 30 ball, like at any point, because she could shoot?
Oh, yeah. But it's not only that. She's facilitating. And she's rebounding.
I actually had her rebound line the other day. It was 5.5. So
they're not moving it.
I know. So I said, you know what? That's actually a really. I didn't even think to attack the PRA angle, because if she's struggling a little bit with the points, she'll
facilitate.
She'll pass, and then I like it. That's really good.
That's a little bit of a long shot for me, Looch, because Minnesota is a good team this year. They were ranked 9th, but they're up, in power rankings. But I will say she's hit this. Assist-wise, she's hit it in 5 of the last 6 games. PRA, she's hit it in the last 2 against them. So,
I like it.
I really, really like it. So, I'm sorry. Head-to-head, real quick. Her PRAs have hit in 5 straight games against the Lynx. And
really?
While the value is at 27.5, this line is so low, Looch. She had 29, 45, 42, 43.
45?
Yeah. 42, 43 over the last 5.
I like it.
Free money.
I like it. That's another one I'm going to put in. DraftKings, FanDuel.
That was on FanDuel.
Okay, let me do that.
I'm just kind of giving my weekend picks.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And then the last one that I had. Sorry, I have a lot of picks today, guys. I got a lot of good value picks.
Picks are great. We like picks.
I did pick Angel Reese. They are playing, I believe, the Connecticut Sun. Over 7.5 rebounds. Cook it, ship it.
I like it.
She's been beautiful this year. And that line is way too low.
The opening game, I think they even had her higher, which is
it's gone down.
Yeah, I'm okay. I like 7.5.
Wasn't it at 8.5? So that's at 7.5. So grab that right now on FanDuel minus 108. It's 100% this year. Connecticut Sun. I don't believe.
I mean, even if they're a good defensive team, if you really think about it, obviously Cardoso's not in yet. Do you know
she won't be in until June 1st?
Yeah, so she's not going to be here for a while. She's just.
Oh, this is an interesting stat.
Oh, let's hear it.
So Connecticut Sun is the worst rebounding team in the league, but they allow the least rebounds per game. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's opposite, But
either way, I love this. I mean, Angel Reese, she had 9 against the Liberty last night.
That's all you need to hear. I like
She
it.
picked Stewie's pockets. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
I like it. I like it.
All right. And then for NBA, real quick, we're gonna switch gears around props.cash. By the way, guys, use the code BIL props.cash. We are partnered with them. It is an amazing site to, get accurate data, fast data. So use BIL, get 25% off when you first sign up for 25% off, people. 25% off.
Money.
It's amazing. Amazing,
Best tool in the
amazing
business.
site.
Best in the business.
For real.
It's easy to track
but real
everything.
quick, I know it's going to go up. Daniel Gafford, it already went up. I got him at 7.5 points. He's hit this in like 9 straight games.
Love it.
I know that Minnesota's tough, but he's just hit over this threshold, and it's I can't fade the guy.
Yeah, I agree. He's been our guy for months. We got to ride.
He's been our guy.
The people that we trust. I trust him. I like it. I didn't lock.
So yeah, Daniel Gafford. Like I said, his field goal attempts have kind of gone up. He had 7 last game, and they score a lot of points in the paint, and I love it.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
Let me eat that, and then I have Luka. This is tough. I did hit over 29.5 points. I feel like he's got to score 30. Be that guy. He's got to shoot better than 3 for 10.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
He's gonna do it.
That is a good point. He does have to shoot better than 3 for 10, especially
he's
have
gonna.
a chance. But he is gonna. I like that. He's gonna. We think he's gonna get 30 tonight.
Well, he scored 33 and 3 for 10 and 12 for 26. So
yeah, exactly.
This is kind of a long shot for me. So
that's fine. That's cool. That's good. I have one NBA pick tonight too. I went with Kyrie Irving over 31.5 PRAs actually. This is just matchup. This is just matchup dependent. Just because over his last 3 games versus Minnesota, especially in this season, he has averaged. I'm just pulling it up as we speak.
And would you get that on DraftKings?
Yes, got it on DraftKings.
Minus 130. Is that too juice?
No, sorry, it's minus 120 on FanDuel. Sorry.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, minus 120. Versus Minnesota this season, he's gotten 47, 48, and 39 PRAs. Obviously, Luka's going to get the attention. And Kyrie's been balling. Was cooking. Yeah, he was balling. I always trust him in clutch situations. He's always incredible. You know what? Sneaky. He's a sneaky good rebounder versus
he really is.
Minnesota,
I saw that. I saw that.
5, 8, 5. Like, he puts up his 20 points.
Which is crazy because they're a top rebounding team. I mean, top 5 in the league. So
yeah, I know. So I have Kyrie.
Be a good play.
31.5 PRAs. I think it's going to be sweaty. I think it's going to be a little closer this time because he's smashed it the first 2 times or 3 times.
Yeah.
I think it'll be low 30s, but hey, as long as it's 32, we can sleep well at night. We can sleep well at night.
So we have a lot of really, really good picks up here. Yeah. Before we get into NHL, make sure you guys look at these. Like we said, responsible betting, bankroll management. We're going to be talking about that in future episodes. You can parlay all these. I really wouldn't suggest doing that. We get a lot of value off of straight picks, and but definitely building that bankroll.
Yes.
Moving on. NHL playoffs. Yes. I am done betting on hockey for the rest of my life. The Canucks have retired.
I know. I was on it too. I was so sad.
And shout out to the Oilers.
Yeah.
Shout out to them last night.
They pulled out the dub last night. Double OT.
Crazy.
Was a good game. For the NHL, the books have actually been really on the lines. Like the lines that were, minus 105 that I took the first game are now minus 175. So like almost unplayable. So for the NHL, I actually did a little parlay just on FanDuel, just a bought down shots parlay
I'm
for
tailing
2 players. You know what? I usually put 1 unit on every bet, 1.5 if I like it. Believe it or not, this is my first 2.5 unit play for the entire year. Whole year.
Okay, so you're confident. All right, all right.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we're locking this in. Hold on. We're doing this live chat.
Yeah, so if I can even show the matchups, I can show the screens, everything.
Is this Rangers Panthers?
This is
tonight?
Yes, this is tonight.
Okay. All right, bet.
This is tonight. So on, I feel like it would be a cool segment to just do.
Are there any promos, guys? Make sure you check your promos in the sports books.
Yes, I'm gonna do this just to show. Now I'm gonna go here and do this. Alexander Barkov. So I had a sheet that if you guys have not joined the Discord either, we're gonna have a
join
link
our
below.
Discord, please.
Join the Discord. I put my full explanation on this. Why this is my favorite pick that I've had the entire year.
A1, A tier, S tier.
This is the best. Yeah, the Discord is fantastic. Now, I have Alexander Barkov for 2 shots on goal. Okay, so in the playoffs, the New York Rangers actually allow the most shots on goal to the center position at 15 a game, which is in the regular season.
That's great value.
In the regular season, it was 12. For some reason in the playoffs, they've been slacking a little bit. They've allowed 15 shots on goal to centers per game. Alexander Barkov's their best player. He does shoot pretty well. This is his 2-shot chart for the playoffs, and this is what I always look at right here. This fancy number right here, shot attempts.
Shot attempts.
So for attempts, for me, it's got to be double. If it's not double, I'm not looking at your line. So it's 4.2 attempts per game.
And you got that for what?
This is
plus 100.
This is plus 100, yeah.
Plus money.
Plus money.
I love that.
Now, this is him for 2 shots, and then I have Brandon Montour right here for 2 shots as well. That's what his line looks like for 2 shots. The Rangers, believe it or not,
over 2.5.
A 2 flat on FanDuel. You could buy both down for 2. So it's Barkov 2 and Montour 2. You can only do this on FanDuel. You can't do this on DraftKings.
Oh, hold on. I'm moving.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We got to go back to NHL. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got to log in, face scan. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, so it's Montour 2 and
I'm going to ask you in like 2 minutes.
It's fine.
I forget.
It's fine. So Montour, this is his shot chart in the playoffs. He's shooting very, very well. The Rangers allow the second most shots in the playoffs to defensemen too. They're really good against wingers, but the centers and defensemen, they're struggling. So game 1, I hit 2 props on centers, 1 on the defenseman. His shot attempts, 5.2 per game. He loves to shoot, especially from the point. The Rangers allow a lot of shots. So
wow, look at that.
Both of them are over.
Beautiful.
The volume is there. The hit rate is there. The matchup is there. So for me, instead of playing, I usually play about 3 plays for about a unit each. Today I said, you know what? I didn't love the value on anything else. So I'm doing my first 2.5 unit play for the entire year.
Wow.
Instead of
and you'll be putting that in the Discord for free.
For free. It's already there. It was posted this morning at 6 a.m. Yes, I was ready to go.
Wow,
this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. My daughter woke me up and I'm like, you know, I might as well do something. I gotta do something. So that was my my only NHL play for tonight, but my favorite one tonight, actually.
Do you have any series predictions or?
Yeah. I actually have I have Florida winning the one series. It not that it's chalk. I mean, we're a game in already, so Florida stole one away from home. I do like the Rangers, but I think my X factor here is the Florida defense core. Their defense is just incredible. They really limit shots, and they actually are one of the best shooting teams and one of the best teams at preventing shots.
Saw that against the Bruins.
Yeah, I know. They remind me of a Carolina, but they have a little bit more firepower offensively, in my opinion. So I have Florida, and I actually still, after the Oilers won last night, I actually still have the Stars. I think they're deep. They're a deeper team. I think when push comes to shove, their goalie they have better goaltending. I love their defensemen. I think the Stars have a better defenseman. I know the Oilers have, 2 top 5 players in the league, top 3, even top 2. Hell, they're the 2 best players in the league. But I don't think it'll matter when push comes to shove, because even if McDavid plays 25 minutes a game, he's still sitting for 35 minutes. And in those 35 minutes, a lot of things can happen. It's not it's not like it's basketball where, Jokic can play the 48. Eventually, you got to sit on the bench, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I think in that moment, the Stars' depth is gonna get them. You know what? I actually might lock in the Stars to win the series now because they lost game 1.
I wonder what that value. That's kind of what I did with Minnesota Timberwolves. It's
I'm actually
just for value, put a unit on it or something, and
I'm gonna check right now. Actually, NHL. Let's do Stars Oilers. The Stars are plus 164. I think I'm gonna do that.
That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta grab that.
They were minus
for a unit.
They were minus 130 to start the series. One loss.
Are they home tonight?
They're
tomorrow?
at home. Yeah, they're at home.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, they're at home tomorrow. So I think it'll be Florida in 6, Stars in 7. That's what I got.
Cool.
That's what I got. Then Florida and the Stars, we'll see. I don't even know. We'll have to dig deep into that. That one's for another day. But that's what I got for the NHL tonight. My first 2.5 unit play. If it does not hit, we are going to take a little...
We're going to be in shambles. Like, I'm always in shambles, but...
We're going to be in shambles.
Okay.
It's all right. Shambles is fine sometimes. It's allowed. It's allowed in sports betting. But don't put the mortgage on it. Gamble responsibly.
Don't put your mortgage on it.
I would recommend to everybody else, put a unit. You don't need to go crazy. This is just my personal favorite play of the day.
Yeah, and make sure you guys check us on YouTube. We're going to start putting up our stuff in shorts and, getting these picks out so you guys can have some good entertainment.
Yes.
Woo. Maybe I'll go sweat it out in the sun today. I don't know. But yeah, we'll kind of be talking about a little bit more, hockey going forward, obviously with the NBA playoffs. We'll get into some WNBA futures. That could be a whole episode in itself.
Of course, yeah.
So, Rookie of the Year, MVP awards, we'll kind of get all into that. Do you have any other picks?
That's it for me. I got my one hockey play. I got my WNBA. I got my NBA. I'm ready to go. It's on to the weekend. I'm locking in the double nurse combo, which I thought of at the top of my head. Double nurse. And I'm ready to go. Locking all these in, and let's enjoy our Friday.
Love that. Well, we'll be back definitely. We've had plans to kind of do like a 2-a-week show. I think we're a little bit back in schedule now. Yes. I'm excited. No more weddings. I think you and I have been to Florida a combination of 6 times in the past.
You're right. I actually have 2 weddings this month, so it's not done yet. In July, I'm off. Are they destination? No, they're not. They're here.
Okay.
So it's okay. But the Saturdays, the Saturday you have to take the whole day. Then the Sunday is like a hungover day, and so you basically lose.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm not even gonna talk about that Sunday.
Yeah.
April 21st was the worst day of my life, but. All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, props.cash, use the code BIL. Make sure you join our Discord. Please follow Looch and I both on Twitter, on our socials. Ball is live bets everywhere.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next week.
See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.